Penn State got a superstar and no one even noticed. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. Together with my buddy Aaron, we are the Big Ten guys. Tune in every day for the latest news, insights, analysis. If you're a fan of Penn State or any Big Ten football team, this is the channel for you, so don't miss out. Take just a quick second. Hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Does us a huge solid. Maybe even hit the like button too. And we have a lot more Penn State and Big Ten content coming, so don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button. Now, Penn State fans, I know you guys are familiar with the name, but we're trying to serve the entire Big Ten here, and we are here to tell you that Chaz Coleman is the next great Penn State pass rusher. And I'm sitting here as a Michigan fan. I'm sick of this. You guys had Micah Parsons, you had Chop Robinson, you had Abdul Carter. Enough's enough. Penn State has been terrorizing Big Ten quarterbacks for far too long. I was hoping when Abdul Carter went to the NFL, we wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. I knew Dennis Sutton obviously is a dog, but hopefully he's gone next year. Penn State doesn't play Michigan this year. I was like, sweet. He'll go to the NFL and we'll be good. But then in comes Chaz Coleman. And he's just out here showing out. What is happening here? Okay, sorry about that. He is out here just showing out as a true freshman. You see true freshmen at receiver a lot of times show out early, maybe even an occasional running back. Maybe the best of the best quarterbacks, but very rarely do you see linemen show out and ball as true freshmen because, you're coming out of high school, you're 17, 18 years old, and you're all of a sudden going up against 6'5", 325-pound behemoths who are 4 or 5 years older than you. They've had several years of intense college football lifting under their belt, and even though obviously Penn State, they haven't played any Power 4 schools yet, even a guy at FIU should be able to handle a true freshman. But Chaz Coleman is just truly special. In their last game against Florida International, he didn't even play the entire game, but he had 5 quarterback pressures, he had 4 tackles, he had that big fumble sack that he almost took back for a touchdown. The guy is a monster. He's quick. He's strong. He's powerful. Did I even hear that they had talked about him running back kicks at some point? I thought I heard that. Penn State fans, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if that's true or if maybe I'm thinking of someone different. But I thought I had heard they were trying Chaz Coleman out at kick returner. He is that athletic. And then I think having him on the other side of the line is going to make this defense just that much better. Dennis Sutton, everyone knew coming into the year he was going to be, potentially an all Big Ten caliber player. But I think one of the big questions a lot of Penn State fans had was, is he going to see double teams all year? Who else can step up so that Dennis Sutton isn't facing double teams all year? Everyone in the Big Ten knows who Dennis Sutton is. He's projected as probably a late first-round pick. You can see here he's drawing Micah Parsons comparisons. I don't know if you've heard of Micah Parsons. He's pretty decent. But it's who can take pressure off of him on the D-line and be another person who can rush the passer. And it seems like Chaz Coleman is that guy. I think a lot of people thought he would be the next Dennis Sutton or Parsons or Abdul Carter when he was a junior or senior, but I don't think anybody expected him to be a stud this early into his career. And frankly, it makes this Penn State team scary. I know Penn State fans, you're feeling a little uneasy, kind of ugly on offense to start the year. You scored 46 on Nevada, but a lot of that was later in the game. Only 34 on FIU, and one of those touchdowns was just a 5-yard drive because of the Chaz Coleman fumble sack. But if you look at last year's team, If you look at last year's team, it was pretty similar with the slow start, like 34 points here against West Virginia, 34 on Bowling Green, all like struggled in that Bowling Green game. Obviously hung 56 on Kent State, who doesn't, but then right back to some tough scoring outputs against Illinois. I mean, UCLA and USC was a little better, but those are two terrible defenses. But then, like, it really started to kick into gear, minus that Ohio State game. But, you know, national champions, we'll give you a pass there. And by the end of the year, you're scoring 35, 49, 44, 37 on Oregon, 38 in the playoffs. Like, the offense really rounded into form throughout the year, and I expect that to be the case this season. And then I think, too, like, they're not showing the playbook yet. Like, they looked at their schedule, they saw Nevada, Florida International, Villanova, and then 2 weeks to prepare for Oregon. And I guarantee you, like, I know you guys don't think of James Franklin as a great big game coach. I mean, nobody does. You know, frankly, he's always struggled in the big games. But, like, he's a smart guy. He knows football. He knows these are 3 easy wins, and he wants to put as little on tape as he possibly can. Obviously, there's a lot of tape from last year, a lot of the same guys. That's one of the big advantages and the big reason people have Penn State as a national title contender. But still, like, there's going to be new tweaks every offseason. Drew Aller's getting better. And there's no sense putting, like, all their playbook on tape before the Oregon game. Like, they've just been running a really vanilla, really bland offense. And honestly, like, you look at 9 yards of carry from Katron Allen. I know a lot of it was on the one run, but Singleton was averaging 6 yards of carry. Like, as a team, 6.7 yards of carry, and that's including Drew Aller's 2 sacks. Like, his numbers, I mean, you'd like to see a little higher completion percentage, but, like, he's just making easy, quick, smart throws. Like, this team is not trying to show anything. They're trying to have as little film as possible going into that Oregon game, and then they're going to have 2 weeks to prepare for it. So I expect the offense to continue to get better. Villanova, I think that's going to be 40, 50-point win, no problem. And then a bye week going into Oregon, and I know Oregon, we've done quite a few Oregon videos. They're incredibly talented. They hang 69 on Oklahoma State, so Lord knows Penn State's going to need both Chaz Coleman and Dennis Sutton to step up and have big-time games there. And, you know, Oregon has not experienced a night game at Happy Valley yet. They're going to learn. You know, they're going to learn. Not saying they can't win there. There's been teams who've done it, but that, like, as a Michigan fan, I'll tell you, those are the games that I fear the most out of any game. Like, obviously, Ohio State's been the best team. Oregon looks like they're going to be right there. But, like, nobody has a home field advantage like a Penn State whiteout night game at Happy Valley. So, you win that, and it's smooth sailing till Ohio State. And Chaz Coleman, if he can continue to ball out like he's done, that's going to make this defense that much better. And like I said, I think the offense is going to improve too once they, you know, get more aggressive and put more on film. So, Penn State fans, let me hear from you. Give me your predictions for that Oregon game. I think Penn State's still the favorite in the game. Last I saw, it was a 6.5-point favorite. I can't imagine that's going to hold with how good Oregon has looked, with, you know, how slow of a start Penn State has had. I might even be able to click on that real quick here for you. Nope, I clicked it wrong. Shouldn't have done that. But anyways, yeah, give me your score predictions for that game. Yeah, it's down to no, it's still 6.5 there. So, nope, I got it hidden. Struggling with that today for some reason. But yeah, 6.5-point favorites. You think they cover that? You think Oregon covers it? It opened as only 3.5 for Penn State, and it's been the money's coming in on Penn State. So let me know what you guys think. Is that some of your money going in on Penn State? And then just any other thoughts on Penn State football right now. We always love to hear from you guys. And then just don't forget, like and subscribe on your way out.